Jesus 911.
Virgin Most Powerful Radio, two-man car. My name is Ruben, Nava, my partner Jesse Romero. We're 10-8. We're going to give you some Catholic intel, some Catholic briefing. And, Jesse, there's a lot of things going on every day.
Oh, man.
Every day you open the news up and something else is going on. Over here in California, our state senators are just, it's disgraceful how they are trying to change the laws. And, well, they did. They just voted in a new bill into policy here. 6-2 was passed. So
it did pass then, right, Ruben?
Yeah, well, it's just between them,
It has to sign. Doesn't it have to sign by the governor, or just passed by majority vote?
Yeah, I know. I think it's in, and they're redacting it. As far as I know, that's how it goes.
Okay.
But
SB 145 that protects child predators, Ruben.
That's right. And I think, Jesse, I think they're trying to normalize this relations.
Pedophilia.
Relations between adults and children. And this is how they start. They try to normalize it, and the next thing you know, it's part of the culture. Just like when they redefine marriage, and now anything goes basically. Just anything goes. So how could you stop somebody saying, well, you can do that, then why can't I have 3 wives? If you can do that, why can't I marry my dog? Where's it going to end?
Ruben, the final attack, Our Lady, Sister Lucia, in a letter she wrote a few years before she passed away, she said that the final attack before the second coming of Christ will be against the family. And we're seeing this.
Yeah.
All these pieces of legislation, this pedophilia legislation, by the way, that was passed by Senate Democrats. State Senator Scott Wiener, Democrat from San Francisco, Assembly Member Susan Eggman, Democrat Stockton, with their bill, Senate Bill 145, these California Democrats state that they're trying to shield LGBT young people from having to automatically register as sex offenders for specified sex crimes. But the bill they have introduced does much more than that. SB 145 would allow a sex offender who lures a minor with the intent to commit a felony, that's a sex act, the ability to escape registering as a sex offender as long as the offender is within 10 years of the age of the minor. And the issue here is that the author's press release states that the bill is intended to bring parity or equality in who has to register as a sex offender and who doesn't. So it stipulates that SB 145 does not apply to intercourse of any kind with minors who are age 14 or younger. For those crimes, mandatory sex offender registration will continue to be the case for all forms of intercourse. But the actual text of the bill goes much further than that. SB 145, as it's written, would add a section to the state penal code stipulating that as long as the offender is not more than 10 years older than the minor, they are not automatically mandated to register as a sex offender. And it doesn't specify whether hetero or homosexual sex, nor is any age limit or age range specified, except for the existing law that already excludes lewd acts with the children under 14. But SB 145 would open the door for adults to victimize minors by luring them with the intent of having sex and then shielding the predator from being automatically registered as a sex offender. So here's the example. Under SB 145, a 25-year-old could lure a 15-year-old and would not have to register as a sex offender. Or how about a 22-year-old can lure a 12-year-old, or a 19-year-old could lure a 9-year-old, and they would be shielded under this proposed legislation. In plainer words, certain sexual predators will be able to live among us without our being aware, and teens, who are often the most vulnerable victims of sexual predators, will be even more vulnerable. Ruben, this is bad on every single level.
That's right. First of all, you need to know that the two authors of it, Scott Wiener's an openly gay Jewish man who represents the 11th district, encompassing San Francisco and parts of San Mateo County. Susan Eggman is a gay female married with a child. Lists her religion as a social justice Catholic, Jesse. And so they penned this, and their intention was so that those LGBT people that they say, well, they're not having sexual relations. Let's say two women, they can't commit the marital act, as we know it. Mm-hmm. So they're saying they shouldn't be punished as sexual offenders. Well, what about the age? What did Jesus say about what you do to the little children? It'd be better that millstone be hung around your neck, right, and tossed in the ocean. And this is disgusting. That the left is they're just ramrodding these things through, and California, probably the most liberal state, us and here in New York. The most liberal states in the United States, and we're getting stuff like this, and I'm talking to people, and they're just so upset with this. As it stands now, it's hard enough to get people to come and register. I mean, I used to watch it when I was working back in the detective bureau, and you get so many people who don't show up to register as they're supposed to, and some have ankle bracelets on and they're being tracked, but others don't, or they rip them off. And so, you can't always know who's in your neighborhood, and you want to know who's, you got some child molesters running around in your neighborhood. You need to know those things.
Ruben, this is also going to play right into the whole human trafficking business, because the human traffickers are going to be, they're going to say, wow, man, this law is going to help us out from having our perpetrators arrested. And right now, I mean, as it stands, California consistently has the highest human trafficking rates in the United States. These are these sex trafficking cases. Mm-hmm. And so to me, this is just going to boost up those numbers, in my opinion, because the sex traffickers and the cartels are going to say, wow, this law is going to help us be able to dodge the bullet from being prosecuted. And Ruben, this is just bad at all levels. Once again, this is also going to gin up the numbers of STDs, HIV, syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea. Right now, the top city for STDs is Los Angeles, California, in the United States. So when you start loosening sexual morals, or these moral codes that have been there to protect people, especially young people, this is just going to gin up the numbers of STDs. And I'll tell you, this is nothing but an attempt to normalize pedophilia. And you also see, so for people that say corporations are conservative, are you kidding me? That's no. Crazy. Corporations are liberal. Did you know that Amazon has openly been allowing the sale of child sex dolls for pedophiles? Yep, Amazon.
Wow.
You can take a look at them. They're very graphic shot images. If you type in Amazon child sex dolls, and you could actually see the pictures on the internet. And so, again, all these laws are just contributing to degenerate society. And Ruben, where this is going to end, I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. Does God have favorites? Boy, oh boy, he sure does. And those are minors. Those are children. And I also give credit to this one actor years ago. I don't know, remember that actor, Corey Haim?
Yeah.
He basically admitted, actor Corey Haim Feldman, he says that pedophilia is the number one problem for child stars in Hollywood. Yeah. And he said, Corey Feldman said that it was pedophilia that contributed to the death of that young actor Corey Haim.
Yep, that's right. That's the other downfall, is that these kids are screwed up in the head after that. You got suicides like Corey Haim. They're messed